Chapter 7. God's command brought down to those who disobeyed. Punishment descended onto Adam, Eve, and the serpent. In Eden, Adam and Eve were deceived by the serpent's deluding. Due to disobedience of the word, God brought down punishment upon them. He told the serpent to eat dust all the days of its life. He told Adam to toil and eat of its products for all the days of his life. And to Eve, God told her he would multiply her sorrow and conception, and that she would bear children in pain. As God told the serpent to eat dust all the days of its life, all the days of its life is the beginning and the end commanded by God. Until it dies, the serpent must live while eating dust. This does not refer to the serpent that can be seen with our eyes. It's not saying that the snake that we see with our eyes eats dust. Jesus said his words were spirit, and we must now look at the word in the spirit. Spiritually, dust is the word, and for all the days of the serpent's life, it lives while eating the word. God also told Adam to toil and eat of its product for all the days of his life. So Adam first plows the ground, then eats of it in the end. The serpent does the work of accumulating dust, and Adam does the work of plowing that dust. To plow the ground is to plow the spirit. So that seeds can be planted in the ground, the dust is brought alive. Are we not eating dust now? If the word enters inside us, Adam constantly plows such ground. If Adam does not plow, thorns and thistles come out. If there is no stir of the Holy Spirit inside our spirits, thorns and thistles keep coming out. If the stir does not arise with the word, all things that come out become tangled. In this way, Adam sweats and toils all the days of his life, so that he can eat at the time of harvest. Now, if Adam goes back inside Eden, he can eat those products. He was kicked out of Eden, but if he is God's child, he must go back inside his main land. Adam is someone who can meet God face to face. He is someone to whom all things of Eden were entrusted. Then, can he eat things that are outside of Eden? In order for the things of Eden to come out, he must toil and sweat for all the days of his life. God also told Eve he would multiply her sorrow and conception, and that she would bring forth children in pain. Eve does not have in all the days of her life. Because Eve came out of Adam, all the days of Adam's life is all the days of Eve's life. If Adam constantly plows the dust, the woman must produce well. God brought down punishment to all of them, and when they obey, they are given the fruit of deeds. God let them cultivate the ground from which Adam was taken, and their toil and pain began. The ground from which Adam was taken is land that is outside of Eden. It is a spirit in which God does not dwell. Because such land grows thorns and thistles, it constantly produces sin. That is why the toil of sweating and the pain of giving birth came to be. What kind of sweat, plowing, and production is happening every day? Thus far, we knew this as the plowing of a ground that can be seen. We knew childbirth as the childbirth that could be seen. However, the Bible refers to a spiritual toil and spiritual childbirth. God brought punishment upon them for all the days of their lives because of sin, which was due to disobedience to the word. Pay the price of sin. They committed a sin, and the price of sin is to eat dust, plow the ground, and produce. Would this work not be very difficult? It is difficult because if the serpent eats dust, it must go according to the way the dust leads. That Adam and Eve wear garments of skin is to pay the price of sin. God made these commands onto them because of disobedience. This is the price of sin. Because of sin, we get annoyed and have many complaints and dissatisfaction when we do God's work. Then we are receiving the price of sin. Because of sin, thankfulness and joy do not come out when God's command descends, and we do not want to pray. Then we are paying the price of sin. Because of sin, we have fear and anxiety and dislike other people. Lustful sounds come out because of sin. If we are still wearing the garments of skin, we are paying the price of sin. 2 Peter 3:8 says, "Do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day." God's creation of the sixth day is 6,000 years for Adam. That they eat dust, plow the ground, and produce for 6,000 years is to pay the price. Now he comes again for the sake of restoring Eden for the ones who pays the price of sin. Change the place of sin into a place of life. There is life inside the dust, which the serpent was told to eat. Inside of sin, which was produced on the ground from which Adam was taken, there is the life of Jesus. That is why Jesus came in the image of the sinner and bore the sin of mankind. Romans 6:23 tells us that sin is disobedience and the wages of sin is death. Jesus was buried inside death, but by God raising him, he overcame death and resurrected. Such place of death was originally the place of God's life, the place that is the inside of the human spirit. By disobedience coming inside, the inside of the human spirit was snatched away by the serpent. Now, in the era of love, God will take that place again and reign. God's plan is to change the place of sin into a place of life, and the book of Revelation is to finish off this work. That is why Adam, Eve, and the dragon appear in the book of Revelation. Originally, Adam, Eve, and the serpent are supposed to appear, but the serpent transformed and took on a different image. The serpent comes out as images of beasts and a dragon, and now they must be exposed. Then God will be revealed from inside them. We cannot know the book of Revelation if we do not open the eyes of our spirits. If God does not let us know, we absolutely cannot know by human wisdom. That is why the Bible is a secret that was hidden deeply inside of God. The book of Revelation has not yet opened. Such is the place of God's deepest secret. Now, in the era of love, God will open such secret. By opening it, he will take off the garments of skin. Then the place of sin changes into the place of life.